I judge for YAGP. I've been involved with YAGP for a very long time. And some of the judges and I were actually having this conversation at finals this year. The problem is now that young kids they're looking at these YAGP phenom kids who are winning the medals, but they don't actually know professional dancers in companies. Like, yes, these kids are amazing and I could never do what they do. But the reality is they got to go be a swan, number 17 on the left in the core, and do 47 performances of Nutcracker and learn 17 ballets and only do one of them. Like, that's the job. Yes, these kids are incredible. That's not the job. That's not actually what being a professional dancer is. And I worry that so many of these kids are going to look at the winners of YAGP, who most of them do get jobs and contracts and things like that, but they're not seeing that part. They're not seeing, okay, yes, they won the gold medal. Now they're going to go be in a ballet company and be swan number 17 on the left. Like, you don't just do solos. That's not the job. And so that's what worries me about young people nowadays. Like, some of them I was talking to recently, they don't know who Baryshnikov is or Bujones was. And I'm like, oh, I can't handle this. Like, what is happening? So, it's a problem.
Yeah, and I've experienced some of that as well as a teacher, or just hearing friends of mine who are teachers and have exceptionally talented students, and same frustrations. They're like, we sit down to do a variation and they can execute it perfectly, but then you ask them, okay, so what's the story of this ballet that this variation is in? Like, what is the character? And they can't answer the question. It's like there's no context. So everything's just been taken so out of context just for the sake of, winning a medal or, placing first, second, third. And like, there's some great things that can come out of those competitions, obviously. But I think, like you said, and I interviewed Joy Womack recently, we talked about this a lot, about sort of the switch from, winning a gold medal at a ballet competition and then becoming swan number 17, and how if you aren't even mentally prepared for that, it can be quite a shock. And that's why I think some of those students end up not making it in the profession, because
Yes.
they were never really prepared to do something besides, a solo.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so I think that's a big challenge that a lot of us are trying to figure out right now, what to do about it.
Yep, for sure.